Well, all right, everyone, and welcome to Drinks with Johnny, coming to you on a Friday with a very special episode for you guys. I'm joined, of course, by Brandon Lombardo, co-host of the show and director, graphic designer, man of all traits, and his good friend and local to the Pittsburgh area comedian, Matt Light. How are you doing today?
Hey, man, I am so excited to be on here, man. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I had a good day of getting some Christmas shopping done. Had some lunch, had some good sushi and some wine. I'm feeling great right now. You know,
sushi and wine together.
White wine, of course.
Okay, I back it.
Gotta be white. You're not gonna have fish with red. That's very much a faux pas. But white wine with sushi, absolutely acceptable.
Fair enough. I want to step back though. We gotta give Matt some accolades. He's not just a Pittsburgh comedian. He was Pittsburgh's best comedian, voted that like 10 years in a row or something. How many years was it?
I don't know. I mean, it's like, it was 4, but it's one of those like bringer things where it's just like whoever's got the most friends always wins. Like the guy who won this year doesn't even do stand-up comedy. So.
Wait, then how the fuck did he win? I don't get that.
He just had a bunch of friends and then they voted for him and then he won. And then I found out he was on a show, and you know, like we're all wrestling fans, and I like to play like a heel gimmick. So I found out he was on the show, and they asked me to headline it, and he did his 15 before me, and then I did my 40 minutes after him, and just buried him, just shitting on him for 40 minutes about like, this was your best comedian, Pittsburgh, and just roasted him completely. It was a good time, man.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, man. I mean, like you get it, like in your industry and with ours and wrestling, it's kind of all the same. Like we all want to be one of the other. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. As every time we talk to someone from like, it's all under the entertainment bubble, right? Music. Yeah. All of them. But yeah, I met a lot of comedians now, and they're like, "Oh, I wish I could do what you do," and I'm like, "Fuck, but I don't care about what I do. I want to be able to do what you do." You know, like that. It's just funny because that's how it always is sports as well. You know, it's a funny thing though, man. So 4 years running, you were the Pittsburgh's best comedian. And then some asshole came out and was like, "I just got a lot of friends." Sounds very political.
Yeah, I mean that's how most of the awards work, anyways. I mean, I don't really care about them. It's just more so for me. Like anytime I have an opportunity to perform in front of people, you know, that's what I care about. So it doesn't matter whether they think, you know, this guy's voted the best or not. It's like, who puts asses in seats? And this dude had like 6 people at his show. So,
well, speaking of putting asses in the seats, though, I did hear from our friend over here, our mutual friend over here, Brando. You're playing your biggest headlining gig coming up here in the Pittsburgh area. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that and see if we could get a couple more asses stuck in there?
Man, I would love that. Yeah, I'm the first comedian from Pittsburgh to headline Stage AE. It's a local venue. It holds about, for us, 1,300 people. For a music situation, like 5,500. But it's in between Hinesfield and PNC Park. So yeah, man, it's awesome because it's a local venue. It's a venue that we've all loved in the city. And it being my last show in Pittsburgh before I move, I was like, this is the place that I want to, you know, end it all and then move on and travel and go above that. But yeah, man, it's exciting.
Dude, so you said this is your last show before you move out of the Pittsburgh area. Where are you going?
I am moving to Dallas, Texas.
Any particular reason?
Girlfriend, she's the boss. So whatever she says goes. It's good for me. I mean, you were traveling, you know, Fort Worth, you can get to anywhere from there. It's 3 hours away from Austin. And over the last 3 years, Austin is absolutely thriving as far as the comedy scene is going. So for me, man, like I think it's the next big step. I feel like in Pittsburgh, I've done everything I could and I'm kind of getting really comfortable. And once you get that level of comfort, it's sink or swim. And I'm like, I just got to branch out and be scared a little bit, you know?
No, that's cool. And yeah, you're right, man. The Austin scene for comedy has just blown up over the last few years. It's been really cool. I've met a lot of comedians that have come right here on this show, just doing tours through there. And then, of course, you have, you know, guys like Joe Rogan making it famous out there too. So it's It's a good spot for comedy right now. I was just there. Unfortunately, I had a show of my own, so I couldn't get out. But I did get. What's that barbecue place? Why am I drawing a blank on it? Like Joe Rogan's like favorite place, Mr. Pete's Beats Deets something shit. If you don't know, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's,
I gotta find it out. Yeah,
I forget the name
Texas
of it.
barbecue.
Texas
barbecue is the best barbecue. It's the best barbecue by far.
Oh yeah,
Texas is good barbecue in Mississippi, Biloxi. I've had some pretty good barbecue there.
So when you like barbecue, are you a spicy, tangy? Like what type of barbecue? Because I'm a pussy. I don't like spicy shit. Ooh. I have to completely go sweet barbecue.
Sweet's good. Sweet. I like the bold, man. Like that bold, tangy of Texas. The peppery a little bit. Like I'm a fan of that.
Yeah.
I think I tend to lean more towards what Brando just said there, but I do fuck with the spicy too. It's just it can't be all spicy. I like a little bit of the spicy and a little bit of the bold, and I like going back and forth a little bit.
I'm so scared of getting like super famous one day and ending up on Hot Ones and having to do that chart because I feel like after the first one,
wait, you're like, scared of that?
Yeah, dude, I hate fucking spicy food. Like
well, first of all, you have to get famous.
That's true. That's true.
Fuck.
Hey, I ain't even on that level yet. The homeboy ain't calling me to go on Hot Ones.
How far do you think you could go? Could you go the whole way?
It really depends on. I've done shit like that before. So
yeah,
and I've done it for way less money. I've gone down that path when I was a kid, and I don't know. I think I could do well if I put my mind to it. Let's put it that way. I would have to know, like, I'm going all the way in, and it's gonna suck for a few days after. Because that's the other part they don't talk about on Hot Ones. It's like, I know they're only having small amounts of it, and they're fucking sweating everything. I don't care how little. Like, that's gonna fuck your stomach up for at least another day. At least another day, minimum.
You're gonna shit lava. You have to.
Yeah.
Have you seen that the hot chip?
You see Beyonce on there. She's all hot and fucking awesome, and like it's a great chat and everything. But in the back of my mind, I'm going like, it's gonna hurt tomorrow,
Yeah, for sure.
Have you seen the hot chip, like the hot chip challenge?
I have.
Could you do it?
And choke a shit ton like all the people who do it? Yeah, for sure. Like, what do you mean? Can I do it and just like stand there stoically? Probably not.
Let's try it. We should try it. Like, we'll get one for a next, like a future episode, and we'll try this.
Well, you had one of the guys from Jackass on recently, didn't you?
We just recorded it actually. It hasn't released yet, but we did have one of the newer guys that was just in the last movie, Zach. Zach Holmes, who's known as Zach-ass now. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he stole the show at that one. He did everything on that last movie. Fun fact. Did you know I almost was going to be in that movie?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Were you going for the same part?
I'm assuming so. Definitely not a stunt double, but
not many can be a stunt double. He
I'd
doesn't need a stunt double, man. He's doing it.
He's crushing it. Yeah, I'd have to eat a lot more at Hot Ones to get up to him. But no, my buddy Preston Lacey is one of the guys in Jackass, and when they were filming it in 2019 and 2020, I was supposed to go up to Westchester with them and kind of meet everybody. And then COVID hit, and also they were in Westchester because of BAM. Well, when they booted BAM out, they moved everything over to LA. I never got the call because of that. And so I'm kind of glad, because I probably would have been dead if I ever did any of those stunts. But it's like I felt like watching the movie, and it's like at the end of Dodgeball, when you see Ben Stiller all fat, and he's like, I could have done that. Fucking Chuck Norris.
Fucking Chuck Norris. I love that. Such a good
whole, yeah, so the whole movie watching the new Jackass, I'm like, I'd have done that fucking better. I'd have done that. But push comes to shove, it wasn't for me.
Do you do stunts? I mean, like, now I have to, like, do you ever do those kinds of stunts?
Something like that. So like I used to tour with a lot of WWE guys. I toured with Rob Van Dam for stand-up, and he brought me on tour because at the end of my shows, I would do something goofy. Like I did a wrestling stunner to the manager of the Improv. I went off like a 10-foot ladder and elbow dropped a dude through a table.
Sick.
And and he was like, dude, you want to go on tour? And I was like, yeah. So I went on tour with him. And then I opened up for Preston, and I showed Preston the video, and I did Rough and Rowdy with Barstool. And we did like the main event, and it was me versus one of the Barstool guys. This dude I went up against was like 6'6", like 80 pounds heavier than me. Motherfucker put me to sleep in 18 seconds. one punch. I'm just like this. I got blasted. I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
So I've tried.
You try. Hey, you gave it the old college try. That's better than nothing, right?
That's
what are
right.
you drinking on there, mate?
I am drinking Icy Light beer. It's a Pittsburgh brewery beer, and this is a special can. It actually has me on it.
Oh, what?
So if you look close, yeah, man, they just announced last month that they're gonna put me on all the Pounder cans throughout the winter season. So if you are in Pittsburgh or anywhere that carries Icy Light beer, you get to see this ugly fucking face on it. So it's pretty exciting.
Look at you in a nice little Christmas sweater on there, too.
Yeah, for the ugly sweater party, man. So that's all together. Yeah. They said I was the first non-athlete to get on that can. Usually it's like Steelers or Pirates.
I don't know. You just told me you were dropping from a 10-foot ladder. That's athletic.
That's more sports than most people would think, you know? So that's what I was offended. I was like, listen, I'm a fucking athlete, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw your training videos, dude. You were knocking those dildos pretty good.
Oh yeah, I did that. I did the dildo in my. No, listen, Johnny. I had so like the whole thing that's Barstool. It's like a joke. Like if you want to watch real boxing, you watch Showtime and HBO.
Right.
And like I wanted to make it funny because I thought Barstool was gonna sign me afterwards. They just wanted somebody to beat the shit out of, and I didn't know that. So I'm making all these promo videos. I got this like 96 Olympic tracksuit, literally the same one Kurt Angle had on. And I'm doing the footwork and I'm boxing, and you're panning up, but you don't see what I'm hitting. Instead of a speed bag, I had a suction dildo on my refrigerator that I was bobbing and weaving. And,
I'm just happy that you had that lying around the house when you were ready to make that video.
Oh yeah, dude. I didn't buy it just for that. I've had that for months, dude. Just smacking hammers at the lighthouse all
At the lighthouse. You can use that. That's great.
That's right. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Hell yeah,
I would
man.
use that all the time. Go
The
back
lighthouse.
Go back to
I
the
like
lighthouse.
Yeah, you got to be quiet. You might wake up my parents though, so.
Maybe it doesn't sound as cool when you say that.
That's why I call them my roommates. It's way cooler.
Yeah. Like, was that Grandma's Boy? Oh, I got
Yeah. Yeah.
His mom.
It's fucking awesome.
Such a great movie.
Fantastic.
Man.
Fantastic. So, real quick, let's talk a little bit about your comedy and this show you got coming up. What kind of comedy are you spitting these days, Matt? And where did you come from? Like, what's someone who's not familiar with you? Rather, what can they expect from your comedy?
Yeah, man. If you've been watching a lot of TikTok or any YouTube videos recently, the big thing everyone is doing now, it seems to be like is crowd work, which I've been doing since probably 16 years, and like. For me, it's like frustrating because it's like you see a lot of these dudes doing crowd work, and it's like, hey, where are you from? What do your parents do for a living? It's just like very corny shit. But I've been doing crowd work for years. I love roasting the audience, making fun of them, observational, growing up poor, pretty much everything I failed at, I get to talk about on stage. So I like that. I like more of a relatable thing. I'm not a one-liner guy like Anthony Jeselnik. I mean, he's a great writer. He's a beast. I could never do that. I'm more of a observational crowd work in your face comic.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Kinda. I like all comedy, but like, it's funny when you talk to other comedians, there's obvious different subgenres within stand-up comedy, of course, just like anything else. The average fan may not see the difference right away, but like, you know the difference.
And it's so funny that you bring that up because I always I'll do college. I used to do colleges up until 2020. And like, they would just book through my agency without looking it up. They just were like, oh, comedian, we're going to book him. And like, when they would have me go to like an all women's school, like I had to do like Simmons College in Boston. I was like, yeah, I don't think you want this there. You know what I mean? It's weird because what you mentioned with comedy, it's so much different than music, where if you're going to go see your band or you're going to go see music, you're like, what type of genre is this? You know what I mean? You've never gone to a concert and be like, man, I hope they play some fucking jazz tonight. You know what I mean? And have no idea what's going on.
Without having any research behind it.
Right. Yeah. And they think comedy's the same way. So like people do get offended at my shows, and it's just like, hey man, like might not be your thing, you know?
Okay. Well, when you're going to these all girl colleges though, how much fun are you having? Is this where you met your girlfriend that you're moving out to Dallas with? I mean,
no. Do you think a girl would be that fucking smart to want to date me? Like, no, like I'm not
high
getting
school
a
party
college girl.
train.
Yeah, that's right. Daycare's a light. No, so well, the thing is like when you do these like women colleges, like. So when you do college shows, there's always a set of rules, right? Yeah. And you don't get them until you're there. So there's a list, and there's a lot of you don't talk about this, don't talk about that, which is fine. And then one of the things that I knew this was going to be a disaster show, as I go, is there anything else you don't want me to do? And she's like, yeah, when you address the crowd, don't say, hey guys. And I was like, why not? They're like, because it's an all women's school. And I was like, all right, well, what if I'm like, what's going on, ladies? And I said it like jokingly. And she's like, oh my God, you can't do that either.
So how are you supposed to address him?
Yeah. I said, so why not?
Guys?
Yeah. She's like, well, some of the students here don't identify as women.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh. So how
but they've been in crowds before.
Well, no. How do you get into an all-women's school then?
That's a fair point.
Like, isn't that the number one requirement to begin with, and then the grades?
See, this is all the new frontier of integration of non-binary whatever titles and stuff. Because you bring up a good point there, and also the other part of it is like, yeah, you identify that way, but you've been in a crowd, right, with men and women in it,
right?
And it's always you guys, not as in you. Men, this is a gathering. Guys means a gathering at this point in our vernacular.
100%. And when I did the show, I immediately was like, hey guys, just because. And so the way that these shows work is
wait. I got to ask though, before you go further, because I see where you're going with that, but before you go further on that, I got to stop you. What was the reaction like though when you said, hey guys? Was it what she was worried about? Or was it like, oh, there was just this one chick that was worried about how they would take it?
Well, we're getting there.
Okay.
So
sorry.
No, you're good. You're good, man. So when I go, hey guys, you know, what happens is the administrator will take a step up each like time you do something offensive. If they get to the stage, the show is over, right? So I said, hey guys, and everyone's cheering. She still took a step up, and I kept doing my regular routine. So now she's halfway there, and she's becoming a distraction because all the students are looking over like, why is she there? And mid-show, I go, hey, listen, here's the deal. She doesn't want me to talk about this, and this. Is this okay with you guys? And I said, you guys again. And they all cheered. I was like, awesome. At the count of 3, we're going to tell her to sit the fuck down. And then 1, 2, 3, everyone at Simmons College goes, sit the fuck down. So she turns around, walks back, sits down. The show's over. She looks at me. She goes, you're a fucking asshole. Gives me the check. She goes, but you're good. You were great. Thank you so much, but you're never coming back. And I was like, I don't want to come back. Fuck the Red Sox. Fuck Boston. Fuck the Patriots. See you later. And that was it.
Oh, that's great, man. So I assume you're a big Steelers fan then, being from Pittsburgh.
Die hard, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I try to talk sports with your buddy over here every once in a while here on the show, and he's got nothing for me. I'm like,
he doesn't know shit about sports.
I know.
No.
It's unbelievable.
We work together though and do stuff for like a sports shop in Pittsburgh, so it's kind of fun. Yeah. Matt always has to clue me in though because I have no fucking idea about anything sports related.
Yeah, 3rd and inches is his attempt of having sex.
When he gets to 4th down, it's not good.
No, it's definitely 4th and long shot.
Fuck, man.
He's only had sex once. Did you know that?
And I got a kid out of it too.
Brandon, he got
awesome.
That was the only time he ever had sex.
Congrats on the fucking,
day.
bro.
Thanks, dude.
It's amazing. That would kind of suck though, right? Like if you only had sex once and you got pregnant because you're like, fuck, every time I do this, I'm gonna have kids.
You might never do it again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You ruined sex for that.
That's what happened. That's what happened to Brandon.
Yeah, it's the worst. I hate it.
It's either that or Megan just won't let him touch her.
Kind of both.
I love it.
Yeah.
So one more time, what's the date on the show that you got coming up?
Saturday, December 16th. Doors are at 6:30. It starts at 8:30.
Okay, cool. And to my understanding, it's sold out, but then you guys opened up some last minute seating right now that people can go get.
Yeah, we added 2 more rows in the pit area and then the back area as well, because I didn't think it was going to sell this well, and it's been absolutely crushing. So yeah, it's sold out officially, but now Matt wants a little bit more money, so we're trying to cram everybody in there.
Oh, well, you got to pay for that trip out to Dallas, man.
I know, it's expensive, bro.
Yeah,
expensive city.
So everyone, and where can everyone go get some of those remaining tickets?
You can go to axs.com, or you can just Google search Matt Light Ugly Sweater Party. It'll be the first one to come up.
Sick.
Yeah, man.
So I've seen your tweets over since Brandon started to follow. So everyone knows we have Drinks with Johnny social media accounts. I have one personal account on Instagram. Everything else is Drinks with Johnny, and we all use it to post for the show and stuff. But we also follow people, and one of the people we follow is yourself, and you're pretty outspoken on Twitter, I will say.
Yeah, I have to spend $75 a month on tweetdelete.com because sometimes after a few Tito's and Red Bulls, I go off pretty hard on some people. So I got to have that on my back deck. Yeah. Yeah.
If anyone else wants to see it, what's the handle there again?
It's at Matt Light, not to be confused, which happens very often, with the former left tackle for the New England Patriots. People will tweet at me thinking that I am on the New England Patriots, and they're like, can you believe this? And I just always quote tweet. I'm like, well, we fucking cheated, and Tom Brady is a fucking loser. I hate this team. And what happens is when I notice that, I change my profile picture to his, because what I've noticed is Boston media will retweet him like, oh my God, Matt Light has spoken out again against former coworker, whatever.
You've seen it actually
Tom Brady
in the press?
Yes. It's happened 3 different times. So every time they do, and then and as soon as after maybe 2 or 3 days and it fizzles down, I just post my next ticket day link on underneath to try and get people to come to my shit.
That's great.
That's marketing right there. That's fucking good marketing right there. That's what though, man. That's funny though, because it's brilliant for you, but it also proves the point of how fucking lazy people are to just read something on Twitter and take it and just be like, yeah, it's like, did you look at anything besides the fucking quote? Like, come on, just take one more step. Just one more step.
Yeah, when you click on the profile and it says Pittsburgh comedian and there's only 7 followers, I'm pretty sure
that's not Matt Light.
I'm not a Hall of Fame left tackle. You know what I mean? Fuck, dude.
Oh, that's so good though. I love it.
But I mean, there's just so many different ways that I've used social media to manipulate it to make money. Like, I paid when Tinder got big, what was it, almost 10 years ago? I paid the $7 to swipe as much as I could. So when I went on tour, I would say yes to everybody. And I'd have them be, oh my God, yeah, come meet me at this show. It's going to be so much fun. No. I wasn't on the ticket. Rob Van Dam was the headliner. So everyone thought they were going to meet up with me. All I was doing was selling tickets to my own show to hit my bonuses. And then I never talked to them.
That's both brilliant and fucked up at the same time.
Yeah, I know, but listen, if you're trying to hook up with me, your life's already fucked up. You know what I mean?
If you're already a match for Matt Light.
Yeah, if you're a one call close, yeah, I think you'll be fine, There's somebody you can give head at Applebee's later on. I don't know.
Applebee's, man.
Gotta love it. Good. Best for head.
Dude, it's best for head, but if you want to get ass on tap, you're going to Chile's.
Oh, for sure, dude. Their apps are way better. Duh.
No. The ass on tap. That's what it's all about.
The ass on tap.
Ass on tap. Dude. What kind of shit do you have planned up for this show, Matt? Because I went to one of your shows probably last year, and I watched a guy almost die choking on a cucumber trying to deep throat it.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, my dad.
Crowd work, dude. You just described to all the people who are going to buy tickets that you're really good with crowd work. Not someone gagging on a fucking cucumber and nearly dying.
Well, clearly he's not good at it. He almost fucking died.
You didn't vet it? You didn't vet it first to see if he had a fucking gag reflex?
He just said, "I got this," and took it out of my hand and took it fucking 7 inches deep. And I was like, "All right, dude."
Okay.
Yeah, so what we used to do is the show was called The Dirt, and it was a dirty themed comedy show. So like in between each comedian did 15 minutes, and then in between we would do games where we had like an air blowjob competition, or you'd have to like, or you had to do an actual blowjob competition with foods.
I'm confused. What's an air blowjob? Can you show me what an air blowjob is?
So it depends. What would you like? Would you like the Olive Garden? More pepper, please? Or would you like the... Would you like the, the base and anything you want, dude?
I mean, bukkake?
Bukkake, just like, you know what I mean?
I love those spirit fingers.
It's the Japanese art of dance, bukkake. Well, we did that actually. We did a dirty spelling bee. And bukkake actually was one of the words. So the word was behind them. You had to use them in a sentence. Then when we brought up some creepy dude, he didn't know what his word was. And we just put it up behind him. And it just said pedophile. And I was like, yeah, dude, you don't even have to spell it. You win.
Did he have a mustache?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. He had a mustache.
Yeah,
with the little soul patch. And that was it.
Oh, dude,
dude.
That's a hard look. That's a hard look to be okay with.
Soul patches are hysterical.
Dude.
They're the fucking worst facial hair in the world.
They're pretty bad.
And just a regular goatee. I think they're pretty funny on like middle-aged dudes. Yeah. Just the goatee. Yeah.
Maybe
I
like
would agree with you,
ago.
but there is but I mean, Stone Cold's got the best look though, and he rocks a goatee. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. But everybody who does that thinks they're him.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, dude, you're fat. You're Cold Stone Creamery. You're not fucking Cold
Stone Creamery.
Yeah, dude. You're not fucking Stone Cold.
Yes. So you're a wrestling fan, though?
Die hard, man. I've been a wrestling fan since I was like 3 years old. My first wrestling event I went to was SummerSlam 95. It was a ladder match with Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels.
Oh, epic.
Dude,
you went to that?
Yeah, man, it was the best. But I have like the worst story ever. So like probably the most significant like thing that ever happened in Pittsburgh was the Hell in a Cell in 1998 with Undertaker and Mankind.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
So here's the thing. It was on my birthday in Pittsburgh. My dad promised me he got us tickets, right? He doesn't get me tickets. I'm like, fuck, right? Like, we're going to have to watch it on pay-per-view. So he's like, all right, we'll get your friends to come over. We'll save some money. So we all pitched up $5. First of all, my dad never needed to take $5 from 9-year-olds, right? Well, it gets worse because he had an illegal cable box. So, like, he wasn't even paying the $50 in the first place.
And he just fucking took it.
He took it. And then, dude, you know how those cheaters box works? They'd always flicker in and out. So that match before he went through the cage, I never even saw it.
Oh, damn.
So, like, that was, like, the worst birthday ever. And I opened up for Mick Foley, like, 3 years ago, and I told that story. And he's like, I think we made up for it tonight. And it was pretty cool. Because, like, you watch a guy like him, and he's like 6'5", terrifying looking, and he's the sweetest man on earth.
Oh yeah,
like he's the best, man. But yeah, I mean, I've been watching wrestling forever, dude. I mean, my hero is hold on a second, I'll grab him real quick.
He's gonna go grab his hero, like he lives with him. Oh no way! He's got a cardboard cutout of HBK, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, that's from like 96, dude. I thought he was like the coolest guy ever. And so like when I got into stand-up, like that kind of like was what my character was based off of, like an arrogant, I'm better than you, cocky guy. And obviously I don't look like him at all. He's a sexy boy, so
just a sexy boy.
Yeah. He's not your boy toy.
No.
I
remember when he was just breaking off on his own from the Rockers. And that's when he started to become HBK, and he had Sensational Sherry in his corner, and she was going back and forth between him and her real life husband, Rick Martel.
Yeah,
like they would fight. It's like, but no hit in the face. Of course, we don't hit in the face because they were the pretty boys.
Yeah, such a great gimmick, dude. Always checking. Of course,
they ended up starting hitting each other in the face. They made a real match, but like, it's like we're not hitting each other in the face. We're too pretty.
We're too pretty for this shit. He was Shawn Michaels was the first wrestler to sing his own theme song.
Was he?
Yeah, and it was only because Sherry left him. Because in the beginning, it was, Shawn, I think he's cute. It was her singing it originally. And when she left, he was like, well, we're keeping the song. It's over. And he's also, I think, the only wrestler to never change his theme song as a singles wrestler. He had like D-Generation X and everything, but like he's had the same thing across the board since day one.
Well, there's a couple other guys who probably had the same thing.
There was always because like
Rick
when he was at the other promotions, he didn't come out to that.
Right.
Because as a singles guy, when Shawn made it, like even Stone Cold, like he had like what band covered him in like 2000?
Disturbed.
Yeah, like he had that version, and then like when he was heel, there's the heel version of songs. Hogan, Real American wasn't his first song. So
I knew that one. That one changed over when he went to WCW and then back and everything.
Yeah,
but I could have sworn every time I've seen Ric Flair, it's dun 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 dun.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think, because I remember like thinking the same thing with Macho Man with the Graduation song.
That wasn't always the case,
but it wasn't always his either. Yeah,
no,
maybe I'm wrong.
Changed over when you see. I thought I will have to fact check that. I'm pretty sure Flair always came out to that song, but I digress. Anyways, speaking of wrestling, real quick, you guys going out to Pittsburgh together? Aren't they coming over tomorrow night?
Who's coming tomorrow night?
AEW.
No, they were here 2 weeks ago.
You already missed it. You already missed it.
Yeah. I'm buddies with Britt Baker. She's from Punxsutawney. She went to Pitt Dental here, so yeah, she hasn't been on TV for a couple months now.
No. But I'm sure I'm sure they're setting up a great comeback for her. She's the best.
The big rumor is she's the devil right now on AEW.
That would be an interesting spin.
Yeah, that's like what everyone on the dirt sheets are saying. Now, I don't know anything because she won't tell me shit ever. Like I will beg, and then she'll tell me something and it's completely wrong, and she doesn't know. Like
that's how they vet the Stooges, bro. That's how they vet the Stooges.
Yeah, but listen, dude. But Johnny, I'm betting this shit on offshore gambling sites, all right? So I'm fucking losing this because she's telling me other shit.
Because of Dr. Britt Baker.
DMD. Well, here's a true story. This was 5 years ago. My friend in WWE, or my friend was dating a female wrestler in WWE, and he would tell me everything that was happening. So I had a bookie in Pittsburgh that was taking all these bets.
So you were the reason why everyone was scared to allow betting in wrestling?
No, it's the reason why people were scared is because there was a guy that bet $56,000 on Brock Lesnar to lose to The Undertaker. He took The Undertaker. He bet almost $60,000 to win $3,500 because it was a huge lock. And because of that, that's why they don't want to do the gambling. Because the guy lost his fucking house betting on The Undertaker to go 22-0. So my story.
You're also betting on something that the outcome is decided before they
Well, you can do that. I know. I don't know why they allow it. They allow you to bet on all that shit. The Grammys you can bet on. You can bet on all this shit, and it's like
if something gets leaked. How are you keeping that like?
It's over. Right. Yeah. I've bet on the most random shit ever. I bet on Miss Universe before. And I didn't know what the girls looked like. I just knew a hurricane was going to hit the Philippines. And you always bet on like heavy hearts. And I was like, oh, well, they're going to get fucking wiped. Yeah.
We're talking to a real fucking gambling addict right
now. That sounds like some fucking shit. Like, did you win a lot? Did you win a lot?
Well, listen. So you know how you're watching a game and you're cheering it? Well, there was no game for me to watch. I'm watching the Weather Channel, watching that gust of wind getting closer to the eyes. I'm like, go, 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 go. Anyways, it crushes the Philippines, and Miss Spain won. So not only did she lose her house. Yeah, what the fuck?
A big upset.
You don't get this like. Yeah, I thought
this
after
chick comes out of Spain in the fucking beautiful weather, and she still fucking wins.
She still wins. It was bullshit, dude.
No miscongeniality here for Matt Light. That's for sure.
There's no bueno.
Man, it's been great getting to know you. I'd love to have a longer chat with you later down the road. But let's plug your stand up here coming up here one more time. Where do they go to get the tickets? What day is it? What are they going to expect, Matt? Lay it on them.
Yeah, man. If you've never seen me before, it is a once in a lifetime experience until you see me again. It's a comedy show like no other, man. There's crowd work, interaction. We get to play games. It's drinking. It's a lot of fun. You can get tickets at axs.com. Search Matt Light right there. Tickets are available now, December 16th. There's not that many left. Probably by the time we air this, there's going to be like 50 left. So take a look at it. And guys, on social media, you can find me at Matt Light.
Perfect. And go find him, follow him for all those other times you're going to see him. Brandon, you got anything to say here before we wrap this up?
Yeah, I just have a request. Back during the COVID days, Matt used to do this fun thing where you would pay him $10 and he would just roast someone and make a nice roast video. So I'm gonna put you on the spot right now, dude. Roast us to send this show home.
You want me to roast Johnny as he's dressing an Armenian bookie that I lost all my money on?
Complete. It was actually a costume pack that I bought. It came complete with the Casio gold watch.
Johnny, you look like you sell hair straighteners at a kiosk mall, like right now with that fucking outfit. And Brandon, you're just a piece of shit who looks like a shift manager at Hot Topic. So there you go.
Yeah, he's the guy at Hot Topic who's just like, whatever.
Yeah.
They asked him a question. He's like, whatever, fucking kid, get it's over there.
Love it.
Oh, fuck, man.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you. Appreciate you coming on for the laughs. And hope everyone goes and checks out more of Matt Light. And until Tuesday or next time, as always, cheers.